Do you remember the song but not the singer? That happened all the time in the 1970s. A melody came through the family car radio, filled the living room, or played from a transistor radio on a summer afternoon. Years passed, but somehow you still remembered every word. These 10 one-hit wonders became part of American life for one unforgettable moment. And some of the stories behind those songs are almost as memorable as the music itself. Number 10. Love Grows, Where My Rosemary Goes. Edison, Lighthouse. Some songs seem to make the whole world feel brighter. Love Grows, Where My Rosemary Goes was one of them. Its cheerful melody and warm vocals sounded like pure sunshine. In 1970, it climbed to number 5 on the Billboard Hot 100 and quickly became one of the year's most familiar pop songs. But here's the twist. The voice millions of people heard belonged to Tony Burrows, a session singer who recorded with several different groups. He became so closely associated with hit records that audiences could hear his voice without ever knowing his face. Edison Lighthouse had the song, but Burrows was the voice that made it unforgettable. The group couldn't recreate that magic. The song could. Decades later, those opening notes can still bring back a carefree morning in 1970. And the next song has a completely different kind of memory attached to it.
We get it almost every night.
Number 9. Dancing in the Moonlight, King Harvest.
Everybody here is out of sight. They don't bark.
Dancing in the Moonlight became King Harvest's biggest hit, reaching number 13 on the Billboard Hot 100 in 1973. Its soft piano, gentle rhythm, and cheerful melody created the feeling of a peaceful summer night. The song was simple, relaxing, and instantly memorable. The inspiration came from a frightening experience. Songwriter Sherman Kelly wrote it after being attacked while traveling in Africa. He imagined a peaceful world where people could dance together under the moon without fear. King Harvest turned that idea into their signature recording. Sadly, the band never found another major hit, and lineup changes eventually ended their momentum. King Harvest faded from the spotlight, but the song remained popular for decades. Its joyful sound still brings back the feeling of a carefree night beneath the moon. Number 8. Black Betty, Ram Jam. You don't need the title to recognize it. That guitar riff tells you everything. Black Betty sounds like late 1970s rock, but the song itself had been around for generations. That was Ram Jam's big gamble. Instead of treating the traditional folk song like an old relic, they turned it into something loud, fast, and aggressive. Their 1977 version reached number 18 on the Billboard Hot 100 and became a major international success. But the twist wasn't simply that Ram Jam had a hit. It was that they gave an old American song an entirely new identity. The band faded from the charts, while their version kept coming back through movies, television, commercials, and radio. The musicians disappeared. The riff didn't.
Gonna find my baby, gonna hold her tight, gonna grab some apple.
Number 7. Afternoon Delight, Starland Vocal Band.
When everything's a little clearer in the light of day.
Summer 1976. America was celebrating its 200th birthday, and the radio seemed to be everywhere. Then came a song with soft harmonies and a title that sounded innocent enough for the whole family.
Thinking of you's working up my
The clever part was the double meaning. Afternoon Delight was written by Bill Danoff, who was also connected to Take Me Home, Country Roads. Starland Vocal Band turned the song into a massive pop hit. It reached #1 on the Billboard Hot 100 for 2 weeks and helped the group win a Grammy for Best New Artist.
Afternoon Delight.
Then everything changed. The band couldn't come close to repeating that success. Their career faded quickly, but the song didn't. Play it today, and those gentle harmonies can still transport you to the summer of 1976. One song captured the mood of an entire season. Number 6. Play That Funky Music, Wild Cherry. Wild Cherry wasn't trying to become a funk band. They were playing rock covers. Then audiences started demanding something else. Night after night, the requests became impossible to ignore. Someone reportedly shouted, "Play that funky music, white boy." Rob Parisi heard the words differently. Instead of taking offense, he turned them into a song. In 1976, Play That Funky Music reached #1 on the Billboard Hot 100. That was the twist. The song that made Wild Cherry famous came directly from the crowd that wasn't even asking for their kind of music. The band never repeated the success, but the groove survived. Sometimes the audience doesn't just hear the music. Sometimes they accidentally write it. Number 5. My Sharona, the Knack. Some songs need a few seconds before you know what they are. My Sharona needs almost none. That guitar riff hits, and you're back in 1979. Doug Fieger wrote the song about Sharona Alperin, a young woman who caught his attention. The Knack recorded it with the raw energy of a band finally getting its chance. America responded immediately. My Sharona reached #1 on the Billboard Hot 100 and stayed there for 6 weeks, giving it the longest run at #1 of 1979. The Knack had other records, but nothing came close. The band eventually faded from the spotlight. The riff never did. For anyone who remembers 1979, My Sharona isn't simply a song from that year. It's the sound of that year.
Everybody was kung fu fighting.
Number 4. Kung Fu Fighting, Carl Douglas.
In fact, it was a little bit frightening.
In 1974, martial arts had taken over American popular culture. Bruce Lee was a superstar. Enter the Dragon was everywhere. Kids were copying kung fu moves in backyards and schoolyards.
There were funky Chinamen from funky Chinatown.
Then came Carl Douglas, with a song that was never supposed to become a giant hit. The track was originally intended as little more than a B-side. Douglas reportedly wrote Kung Fu Fighting in about 10 minutes. Then the song caught fire. It reached #1 on the Billboard Hot 100 and became a worldwide sensation.
From a fainting to a slip and a kick from.
That's the twist. One of the biggest novelty hits of the decade was almost an afterthought. A song created in minutes became the soundtrack to an entire cultural craze. Douglas never repeated that American success, but those opening notes still instantly bring back 1974.
On a western bay, and it serves 100 ships in.
Number 3. Brandy, You're a Fine Girl, Looking Glass.
The sailors say, Brandy, you're a fine girl.
You might remember the melody, but you probably remember the story even more. Brandy works in a harbor town, watching sailors come and go. Then she falls for one. There's just one problem. The sea already owns his heart.
There's a pretty chain made of finest silver from the
Elliot Lurie created the character after seeing a woman working behind a bar near the New Jersey shore. He didn't know her life. He imagined it. That imagined story became Brandy. In 1972, Looking Glass took it all the way to #1 on the Billboard Hot 100.
Said, Brandy, you're a fine girl. What a
The band couldn't repeat the success. Brandy didn't need them to. She became a character millions of listeners could picture. A woman waiting, a sailor leaving, a love that could never quite belong to her. That's why the song still hurts a little when you hear it. Number 2, Spirit in the Sky, Norman Greenbaum. A folk singer, a television gospel performance, and a strange new idea that wouldn't leave his head. That's where Spirit in the Sky began. Norman Greenbaum was fascinated by the energy of gospel music after seeing gospel performers on television. He didn't sound like them, and he wasn't trying to copy them. Instead, he built something completely different, a spiritual song wrapped in a huge, distorted guitar sound. In 1970, Spirit in the Sky reached #3 on the Billboard Hot 100 and sold millions of copies. The twist is how unlikely the record sounded when it arrived. It wasn't traditional gospel. It wasn't ordinary rock either. Yet somehow, the combination worked. Greenbaum eventually stepped away from the spotlight, but the song refused to leave. Decades later, that guitar still announces itself in the first few seconds. And now we arrive at the song that turns this entire countdown into something more personal.
When all the birds are singing in the sky.
Number 1, Seasons in the Sun, Terry Jacks.
We had joy, we had fun, we had seasons in the sun.
There are songs you remember because they were fun. Then there are songs you remember because they made you stop and feel something. Seasons in the Sun was one of those songs.
Michelle, it's hard to die.
The story began with Belgian songwriter Jacques Brel and was later translated into English by Rod McEwen. Terry Jacks recorded his own version as a farewell. The lyrics became a final goodbye to people, places, and memories that mattered. In 1974, the song reached #1 on the Billboard Hot 100 for 3 weeks and became one of the decade's biggest-selling singles.
We had joy, we had fun, we had seasons in the sun.
Some listeners found it heartbreaking. Others thought it was overly sentimental. America listened anyway. In a decade marked by Vietnam, Watergate, and enormous social change, the song gave millions of people a quiet moment to think about loss and the people they loved. Terry Jacks recorded a goodbye. Somehow, millions of strangers heard their own memories in it. That's the strange power of a one-hit wonder. An artist doesn't need 10 famous songs to become part of your life. Sometimes one is enough. One melody from an old radio, one chorus from the family car, one song that suddenly brings back a person, a summer, or a place you haven't thought about in years. These artists may have had only one moment when America was listening, but that moment lasted. Which song takes you back the fastest? Tell me in the comments. And if this trip through the 1970s brought back a memory, subscribe to Forgotten Songs. There are plenty more songs waiting to take you back.